Hello, this is a look back in time at the Philippines mango farm before it was left unattended for a number of years. It's brought to you by the adventures of Misty and Mike Guyver, and this is how it looked in years past. It was pretty well used and productive farm for mangoes. These here are the mangoes that were harvested prior to us buying the property. They're large and sweet, and they're the native mangoes. This is a look at a harvest that they did. This here is the previous owner that we purchased the farm from. Her name was Tamiko. She owned the farm from the year 2000, and in comparison to their harvest, this is the harvest that we received from our first harvest on the farm. It was 8,569 pounds. The trees are much bigger now than they were back whenever the previous harvest was done. The trees can be harvested twice a year, and we've decided to set aside the proceeds from the mango harvesting for our younger family members' future dental work. And if you subscribe to our channel, you won't miss a future video that we're going to be having of our mango harvest. It's pretty exciting. You never know what you're going to find in those trees. And this is where the farm is. It's a 22-minute drive from the mall. This is the engineer that built the house, and this is some early pictures. You can see the tree growing through the house at that time that he built the house around. And this is a little later. You can notice that the tree is no longer there in the middle growing through the house, so it's sometime later. This is the house, I believe, after the father passed away, and it was sitting idle. This is what it looked like before the block wall was installed. I believe it was partially there before to separate the property from another, but it wasn't all the way around. This is the construction, or the construction site after the wall was built all the way around the farm. And this is what the trees look like whenever we purchased the property. We had to have them cut down the weeds so that way we could actually see the property, and you could see these mounds are termite mounds. Again, this is before, this is after the wall was built around the property. And the trees, how they're leaning over, they weren't leaning over before, and they weren't so big. And I'll tell you a little bit more about the trees and why they're leaning, but that's actually from the trees getting soaked, the root system getting soaked with moisture, and then the storms coming and the wind blowing, and it pushes the trees over. So obviously I jumped the gun and told you that we purchased the farm. So to digress a little bit, we will have a video following this one that will show the inspection that our family members made of the farm after the weeds were cut down, and before we did the final negotiations to purchase the farm. So that'll be an interesting video to follow, so stay tuned for that one. And thanks for watching, and don't forget to please subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. Thanks.